The movie begins with classes 93-94 at a party where people are seen having a good time. But then the camera focuses on a shy boy, Modesto. Modesto is bored at the party and notices a girl calling him on the dance floor after a romantic song plays. He approaches the girl, and after dancing for a while, the couple kisses each other. But then it is revealed that Modesto is alone there, and no one other than him can see the girl. Fast forward a few years, when Modesto is an adult and a school teacher, but his students dislike and respect him, after which he is fired from every school he joins. He meets his therapist, observes, and ignores his dead father in the picture. As Modesto explains his issue, the therapist declares him gay in such a funny way that his father is ashamed of him. The therapist gives him some medicine and makes him leave. On his way home, Modesto notices a man about to get into an accident, and as he alerts him, the man appears dead. Later at Monforte School, where a literature teacher asks his student, Elsa, to read a few lines of Shakespeare for him, and when he tries to explain, the class leaves. The literature teacher heads to the library to copy some documents when he notices supernatural powers inside a skeleton and the books. He gets stapled many times and is thrown out of the window by unknown forces. In the meantime, Principal Tina approaches a fat kid, Edu, and eats his chocolate cookie when Otegi approaches her with his daughter, Desiree, and shows her the weird drawings she has made. Otegi insists on talking to Desiree's art teacher, but Tina ignores him until he reveals that he knows about the odd things happening at the school and wants to help her save it. Tina enters her office and finds the chair lady waiting for her. She reveals that she has learned about the news of the literature teacher trying to commit suicide and the other weird things happening at the school. Otegi interferes and favors Tina, and he introduces himself as Tina's assistant and mentions Tina's services for the school. The chair lady leaves, warning Tina that she wants the school to run like a convent till the semester ends, otherwise it'll be closed. After that, Modesto arrives at Monfort for the job interview, and Tina selects him after learning that he is not mentally unstable while Modesto lies to her. Modesto is looking for his class 4B when he encounters a girl, Angela, and asks her about his classroom. But instead, she is scared of him and rushes away. As Modesto reaches his class, the kids there bully him and tell him the wrong way to the class, while Elsa seems unhappy with them. Modesto follows guidelines and reaches an abandoned library, confronting Danny, Pinfloyd, Mari, and Jorge. The students spot Modesto and try to scare him, but in vain, and he questions them about what they are trying to do. Soon, Angela arrives and screams after divulging that the new teacher can see them. Modesto is scared to learn they are ghosts and leaves the library quickly when he encounters Tina looking for her. As Modesto stops, he looks to one side and confirms that the students he met are dead. Modesto spots them coming for him and runs away from the school while the kids cannot cross the school boundary. Tina looks at this and follows Modesto to his house, revealing that only the address on his CV is correct. She questions him about what he saw at the school and convinces him to come with her to the school. Tina shows him the picture of the dead students and adds that they died 20 years ago, and nothing, not even her father, has been the same since the incident. She reveals that the students were punished inside the library at the time of the party when a fire killed them, setting off no fire alarms. At the same time, Elsa and her friends try to talk to the dead ones, when Danny introduces himself as Death to the students. And all of them, except Elsa, leave the classroom. As Jorge passes by, she convinces him to talk to her and learns he has been a student at the same school. Meanwhile, Modesto looks at the dead students messing with the living ones, and Tina requests that he help her save the school and makes him believe that he is not crazy. Modesto is pleased to have someone who believes he is not crazy and spends his day delightfully helping the dead. Modesto joins the school and enters the abandoned library. He talks to the dead students, who ask him where he got his powers and reveal how Marivy's boyfriend, Chima, got her pregnant. Modesto offers them help and orders them to leave the school, due to which Danny and his friends hang him upside down. Modesto meets his therapist, and instead of talking to him, he talks to his dead father, who is happy that someone has noticed him. When Modesto talks to the therapist's deceased father, the psychiatrist again tells him that he is gay, so Modesto is frustrated and leaves. Still, the therapist's dead father stops him, and Modesto questions him about how to get rid of dead people trapped in this world. He reveals that every man left here has some unfinished business that must be completed, and he reveals his unfinished tasks. Modesto comprehends the theory and assumes that the dead kids must complete high school. He returns to the kids and informs them that he will help them pass the exam by teaching them. Angela is very excited to get her senior course, but Danny, Pinfloyd, and Jorge tease him badly. Following that, Modesto receives the information about the dead students from Manuela and learns that Danny has been the rowdiest of the four. The statement clicks in Modesto's mind when she claims that she has observed 3 generations in this school, and they are all the same, having headphones in their ears and listening to music. Modesto plays music for Danny and his friends and makes them hear their favorite songs, and when they mention their famous singers, they learn that most of them are dead. Upon further questioning, Modesto tells them about being the winners of World War II and being the football champions. Danny and his friends meet, describing what living means to them, while Danny disagrees that they are invisible and move things and questions his friends about what else they want. No one pays attention to him, and he prepares to start their class with Modesto. The next day, when Modesto comes to see them, he is happy to see them, ready to leave the school, and notices that Danny is not there. After the class ends, Jorge is seen chatting with Elsa on her laptop and telling her how many girlfriends he's had at the school. When asked, Elsa reveals that she has no interest in her schoolmates. Modesto approaches Tina and Otegi when preparing for Founders Day and makes fun of the preparations. Danny tells him that it is preparation to honor Tina's father. Modesto claims it must be an awesome party then, but Tina replies that they don't party that day. Otegi insists on summoning Chairlady on Founders Day and leaves when Tina tells him she cannot afford the risk if something goes wrong. Danny spots Angela looking at the choir group and motivates her to sing. As Angela starts singing, Danny turns up the volume, and all the students in the hall are scared and run away. Otegi notices this and contacts Chairlady to join them on Founders Day. Jorge meets Danny and is infuriated at him for messing with Angela, and in return, he breaks Elsa's laptop, claiming that he is always stuck with her. Along with Elsa's broken laptop, Jorge spots his picture and feels sorry for her. Modesto is attending the class and asking some questions to his students when Donnie arrives and joins them by answering a question. Soon Tina comes and informs him that Otegi has called Chairlady for Founders Day and that she is worried about losing her father's school. Modesto takes her to the park and tells her that her father is sitting beside her and is very proud of her. Danny and his friends tease their teacher and ask him to get closer to Tina. Suddenly, Tina asks him to dance with her, stating that the real death is not living life to its fullest. They dance for a while, and as Tina tries to kiss him, Modesto leaves, saying he has to teach his students. As Modesto returns, Danny and his friends make fun of him, and he asks them to be prepared for rough times. Modesto keeps teaching them as time passes, and the bond between them and Modesto grows stronger. One day, Elsa and Jorge are in a washroom when he informs her that he will leave the school after passing his exam, and Elsa insists on joining him. Jorge divulges that the only way for her to meet him is by death, and then Elsa shows him the scars, adding that she has tried killing herself many times. Next, Modesto is distributing the exam papers when Elsa arrives to wish good luck to Jorge and leaves, hoping to see him soon. Modesto listens to Elsa's message and refrains Jorge from doing something stupid. All the students except Angela solved the paper by cheating, and on the result day, Modesto announced that they were passed after he added some extra marks to Danny for his hard work. They are excited to notice sunlight hitting their faces and hope to end up in heaven. But nothing happens. Danny and his friends are enraged at this and proclaim to turn the school into a living hell. They start messing with the students at the school, and the literature teacher, who has just returned to rejoin the school, gets stapled to the chair and falls next to Otegi, Tina, and Modesto when they are concerned about what is happening at the school. Modesto is mad at his therapist's father and tells him he is the worst therapist ever. The therapist kisses, revealing that he is gay himself, and leaves. Modesto talks to his father and tells him that he has lied about the unfinished business, but he tells him that he has not lied, and that he assumed graduation was the way to make them leave the school alone. The therapist's father mentions that the dead may need to confess something, and after recalling everything, Modesto understands that Danny has been hiding something. As he returns to the school to see Tina, Otegi reads his CV and previous job experiences before the parents and orders him to leave. Modesto insists on talking to Tina, but Otegi reveals she has already signed his resignation letter. Modesto is packing his belongings when he talks to Danny and his friends and proclaims that he was right about the unfinished business, but someone here is trying to hide a secret, thus pointing towards Danny. Danny is furious at this, but Modesto convinces him to confess his mistake for his friend's sake. Having no other options, Danny admits that he was the one to set the fire and turn off the fire alarm because he wanted them to enjoy the party like the rest of the students. All his friends are shocked to learn that he was the reason for their deaths. When asked why he kept this a secret, Danny claims he feared ending up somewhere worse than this school. When Modesto leaves the school, Tina attempts to stop him, but he does not listen. After a few days, Modesto is seen at his therapy session, where he improves the relationship between the therapist and his dead father and makes him realize that his father is always by his side and is proud of him despite knowing he is gay. Meanwhile, Tina tries to reach Modesto, but he ignores her calls. Tina meets Manuela and orders her to announce that the dead students will see her at the library. Manuela claims that voodoo will do the job, but Tina stops her as it involves killing a chicken. Tina speaks emotionally about Modesto and how they have let him down, but no one listens to her as the students arrive late. Still, she tells them she misses him and wants him back at the school before leaving the library. At night, Manuela performs voodoo when Pin Floyd enters her body and talks to Modesto. He tells her that Tina has confessed her feelings for him and wants him at the school. Modesto likes to hear that Tina is into him and replies that he will be late. On Founders Day, everyone seems annoyed by Otegi, and as the chair lady arrives, he welcomes her, but she seems uncomfortable. Before Otegi can introduce Tina, she leaves after finding Modesto waving at her. Tina is happy to see him there, and they are chatting about what Manuela told him when Jorge and his friends interfere and apologize to Modesto for their behavior. Soon, Otegi arrives and gets mad at Tina for allowing Modesto to come here. Tina loses her calm and makes him recall his place when Maravi learns he is her boyfriend, who dumped her after getting her pregnant. She shows him the letter, and when Modesto threatens him to give the information to school authorities, Otegi walks away. As the function starts, everyone feels sleepy after watching the kids sing. Tina requests Modesto to do something, and he approaches Angela and convinces her to leave and up the function. Angela possesses the body of a girl and sings a song that changes the school environment. Everyone except Otegi dances to her song. Otegi does not like this and pushes her away from the mic. Otegi announces that he is making a few changes in the school's management while Danny arrives to see Angela and possesses Otegui's body. He humiliates Otegui and takes off his pants on stage. Soon, Tina arrives, takes charge, and announces that she is bringing back the traditional party on Founders Day. After that, Modesto is with Jorge and his friend when Danny joins them, apologizing for his mistakes, but his friends accept him despite knowing he has been selfish. Jorge thinks about Elsa, and upon checking, he learns that she has attempted to kill herself and finds her in the pool. Jorge saves her, and after she regains her senses, he tells her that he will wait for her, but it's not her time yet, and the couple kisses each other. After that, Elsa returns to her body and finds Modesto, who tells her that Jorge will also miss her. After that, Modesto informs the dead students that most have finished their businesses, and it's now Pin Floyd's turn. Pin Floyd claims that he has no goal but to go to Pacha. Modesto and his students lead him to Pacha, where he has a lot of fun. Modesto is looking at him when Tina invites him to a dance. Tina and Modesto share the floor, and when she tries to kiss him, Modesto rushes away again. He finds Pin Floyd in a miserable condition, and upon checking the signs, he mentioned that he has a giant hangover. After that, the students feel light on their bodies. Danny says sorry to Modesto, after which they leave the school and continue their journey to heaven. After the students disappear, Tina and Modesto kiss each other, and the movie ends there.